Good evening to all our viewers on SpeedGaming 4, and welcome to this matchup in the Zelda 1 Randomizer Spring 2023 Tournament, Random Percent version 3. This matchup in the 0-4 bracket, nintendophiledave and Phoenix Ignition. Moonrise and Phoenix here, bringing you this matchup, and joining me in the booth tonight, yes, Fury SK. Good evening.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well. Excited to see this matchup, and one of these two are going to get their first win of the tournament.
Yeah, it should be an interesting race between the two. I've seen a couple of Dave's races. I've been lucky enough to commentate on them, and I've also seen a few of Phoenix Ignition's as well. So both are pretty good runners. Just haven't got the right seeds for what they've practiced, and hopefully it's not going to be full second quest again.
Yep, I can definitely echo that sentiment. Runners should be getting underway fairly shortly.
I think the most interesting thing is always where will they start, since that's kind of going to dictate exactly what locations they want to check first. Being close to the Wood Sword Cave, obviously, you might go there. If you're closer to Armos, maybe you go that direction.
Very true, but the question's still out there as we get our answer. Oof, that's actually not too bad.
Second quest 3. Well, you get one of the Triforces for free. That's the first Triforce. Whether it's 7 or 8, we won't know.
Not until we get one of those late dungeons. Well, getting Triforce in 1 is kind of disappointing.
It depends on which quest it is. If it's second quest and it's vanilla items, then it's not disappointing at all.
Point taken. And, well, if you're dealing with second quest 7 or 8, well, not dealing with one of them, that's a good thing.
Yep, it's either, let's see, second quest 7 or first quest 8. I definitely wouldn't mind skipping second quest 7, although, that might be, if there's item shuffle, somewhere you have to go anyway, so seems like it's never lucky.
Looks like Dave's looking to go into the grave area quickly. Unfortunately, Phoenix Ignition running into some trouble near Death Arbos.
Yeah, this appears to be the quick power bracelet Armos check, and is going to the correct grave spot, so maybe has picked something up from the first couple of times he's been trolled with this overworld. That's not a good sign for the first half.
Oh, that really isn't. That could be that 2-rune segment right off the bat.
Yeah, given that compass location, I can confirm that is, in fact, second quest level 3. So those Dark Nuts do appear to be telling Dave, no, you cannot go here just yet, you need a weapon.
So 2 things come into play right now. We'll need the book to understand old men, and those hints might be useful.
More dungeons, more fun. This time it's level 5. Perhaps a little bit more fun than level 3 where we started there, but it doesn't appear you can go left immediately. Triforces did shuffle out of their rooms.
That makes things interesting. At least you found a Triforce. Well, that's an open spot. Dave could check this.
It looks like he's going to try and clip with the bubbles. That will not be necessary. Maybe rethinking his strategy here, might just go pushing it. Or maybe he's just going to practice on it. Here he goes, he gave up. As it is second quest 5, there will be a handful of staircases here, so there's not going to be a free item in the first one. Even in First Quest 5, you wouldn't get that. There are free wizard robes, though, that tell you to turn around and exit the dungeon immediately, or go up from this room.
Uncle Wizzy's Fun House in the level 5. Gotta love it. Oh, well, that's hi, Gleok. How you doing?
Yep, in the normal room, which is fair. Would be a floor drop if that didn't shuffle, but I feel like with Triforces out of their own rooms, I wouldn't count on that. Similarly, compasses, I believe, have also moved based on what we saw in level 3. So, yeah, pretty likely that that guy just has a drop of some sort, and we won't know what it is.
We'll need a stick to find out at the very least.
A stick and a save at this point, or fairy fountain, or something along those lines. Or blue bubble. Here come the Armos checks. If it doesn't move, it's on the right one and it's power bracelet. It looked like silvers? I couldn't quite see.
I think that's silvers. I think you're right. And you are.
That's really quick when he jumped over a screen. Look at all these dungeons, though.
I mean, yes, it's second quest, but 3 dungeons in the first few minutes? Love that.
That may be pulling up the map for it at this point. In the meantime, Phoenix Ignition is now making the progress that Dave has made already. So we'll come across the free silvers, which tells us for sure item shuffle, so that's fun.
I mean, I don't know. I enjoy item shuffle from time to time.
I almost want to petition Fred for the next time we get around to a random percent to make it like 33% chance or something like that. To give it a different odd slider or something. I know he was pretty busy this time, but that seems like something that would be cool to play with, since we did get a lot of these in the Swiss rounds, the vanilla item setup.
Quite true. And chat informing us, Dave's got some bombs.
Yeah, there are a decent chunk of floor items in the level 4 setup. We're going to use those bombs perhaps to get a little bit of Death Mountain done, or just Pure Wedding perhaps.
Goodness knows I've done those inadvertent pirouettes in caves before.
I definitely feel like this is a fair decision to make, though, going into Death Mountain with the bomb packs you just got. You could end up finding the white sword item, and we don't know if it's shuffled. It's a pretty low percentage play at this point. I think it's, like 17-ish% chance, given that 50-50 is going to be white sword. Or no, 50% that's going to be 5 hearts, excuse me. I got twisted up with what I was thinking.
Well, Dave did get some good news. The door repair shuffled minimum 15.
Yeah, and second quest money, that definitely helps a little bit. Power bracelet, huh? And at 4, so the low percent chance happened.
And you were absolutely right on the number. It is 17%.
And another dungeon for our troubles, this time the one that usually houses the ladder. Less likely to do so this time, though.
Hey, how about some more good news? Phoenix Ignition found our medium secret, and it's the maximum of 40.
Yeah, so we've got a good setup here, despite what's going on with our second quest overworld. It does look like we'll have a decent chunk of money, even if we end up getting a low roll large secret. There's only one of those, so I feel like that takes a little bit of the sting out of it being low when it rolls low, if you get at least the mediums to roll up high. Answer the question in chat. It's absolutely second quest on the front half. We've confirmed. Based on level 3's compass room and its starting point being on the very far left side up high.
Dave's got to love what he's finding here in that mountain. That is turning out to be a pretty big play. He's found any roads on top of it all.
Yep. Death Mountain can either be a barren wasteland or it can be a road to riches, and in this case, it gives you a lot of information early, so the early dig could pay off, especially if all these would-be any roads have shuffled to things that are more helpful. The bonus of having silvers underneath the Armo statues, they don't open any overworld spots, so you don't have to check anymore.
That lack of a sword, though, that's quickly becoming a thorn in our runner's sides.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll have to make the trek up to Eastern Death Mountain, or if it's maybe somewhere a little easier. Meanwhile, I think Phoenix Ignition is just trying to find another decent-sized secret so that they can get the candle. That would be very helpful in getting through some of the overworld, if nothing else, and would get you more checks as you're progressing through it as well.
Oh, those blue Lionels. They never play nice even at the best of times.
I don't know about these potion prices. It's not really that far away from normal. It's a little high on the lower potion, but a little cheaper on the red potion, so yeah.
Looks like we're going to have some sad viewers in chat. No boomstick tonight.
17 on the small secret. I believe that puts us into blue candle range finally, so see if Phoenix goes that direction a little bit sooner, or if they take a chance on some of these open caves in the northeast looking for the sword first. That's going to be a really, really bad screen to get off of. Oof. Bailed out by an any road. Sort of.
Yeah, that's not exactly a friendly room either.
Almost bailed out. I mean, we weren't getting off the lever screen because there was going to be multiple spawning and we only had one heart left, so it was bound to happen either way.
Dave's luck continues with the door repairs when he's got 0 rubies.
Yep. You know, it'd be real nice if the Lionels would allow you to take the beam they lodged in your side and just start using it on the overworld.
You know, that'd be an interesting thought, but I don't think that's in the cards for a bit.
I'm kind of noticing that Stalfos are kind of walking around with no real threat. I'm inclined to think they aren't going to be shooting swords randomly, and if that's the case, I would be willing to wager that the back half is not second quest. Or maybe they just like dancing and have decided not to throw any swords yet. Because usually if you get a second quest dungeon set the entire way through, you get Stalfos with sword beams and you get super ropes regardless, and I don't see that yet.
I don't know what kind of teamwork those enemies were planning on Phoenix Ignition's side, but that's nasty.
Alright, both runners do have the money for the blue candle now, so we'll see if either one of them gets to the cave and then buys it. So is Dave going towards vanilla level 1? Both getting that blue candle from vanilla level 1, I think.
Dave's considering it.
I feel like it's just marking the shop and then he's going to go get it. Or not. Oh, no. Realized, wait a minute, I don't have that thing. Yes, there you go. So now we get to see if we have 0 HP enemies. Gonna be unlikely, I think, but you never know.
Game's got to give our runners something at some point.
So maybe a candle roleplay for Dave, while Phoenix is again trying to get to open caves in the northeast. Again, the screen not the nicest to really travel since it's so narrow with the levers, but just takes a little bit of patience. Not enough money to gamble. It's worth looking at if you have exactly 10 or right around that value. You never know when it's going to have like a -2, -5, plus 70 sort of swing.
And the hunt for the sword continues as Dave finds level 1 at the southwest candle row spot.
Worth looking around a little bit. It's a floor drop. So you could get lucky and get a floor drop white sword, for example, or wand, or red candle. I mean, even a red candle right now, I think either runner would take. It would give them a little bit more to work with. You know, I'd even take a boomerang to stun some enemies just to get through some rooms, too.
Yep, that is quite true. As Phoenix looks like he wants to check on the coast item. Not going to get it, unfortunately, with that Zora sighting. Nope.
To answer the question, chat, this is definitely second quest level 1. We can have shapes on the back half still. Might have an extra boss's flag rolling on, too. Okay, where was that level 8? I didn't see where he spawned into that level 8, because he's got the dark blue tunic on. If it's top left of 8, that would really surprise me to be second quest 8 without Stalfos shooting sword beams. So, I don't know. I kind of wish you went back in there.
We'll see. We'll see more of it a little later, I think. Oh, there's the arrows for 64 rupees.
Yeah, nothing rolled real terrible in the shops that you really need. We got a key that's not super expensive. We got arrows that are good prices. The bait's really not that bad at 58, and the blue candle was below 60 as well. So again, despite being a second quest money seed, it's being rather friendly. Yeah, they do have silvers. That is understood, but at the same time, everything that you could want to buy in the shop, the seed has rolled really nice.
The only thing that worries me at this point would be, what about your bombs?
That really depends on whether or not enemies have shuffled to me. I don't feel like it's a big deal if I know what drops them. We know they're not 0 HP. If I were to give advice so far, the only thing that I would note is there was an Aquamenus in the Aqua Menace room in 1. I may have considered bombing him just to see what is underneath. I know it's unlikely that we have a situation where that's going to drop an item, but I don't know. I always want to make sure the game tells me otherwise before I confirm that.
I'm seeing level 8 for Dave, and it doesn't look like this isn't 2Q8.
No, this is not 2Q8. It could be First Quest 8 or it could be Shapes still. I'm inclined to agree with what chat was thinking earlier with First Quest 8. But again, I still don't want to absolutely pencil that one in because that spawns a little bit more conventional for Shapes. Like if you start in like your vanilla starting room and it's down there in the bottom, right below the triple intersection where you can go left, up, and right, then it's real easy to call. But when it's up in the like mass of the top part of 8, it's harder for me to really distinguish. I feel like pallets have not shuffled though.
East 4-star most ending up pretty interesting. There's level 9.
Yeah, that's a prong of the skull, the left prong. So, looks like we have mixed quest, second front, first back. And if it's Shapes, it doesn't much matter. We've guaranteed at least now.
According to our tracker, Just Andy, we're running out of spots for that sword.
I think Phoenix is going to get the chance to see it first. Just because he's in a location that has more chances that we haven't seen. Well, looks like neither runner's going to make it up to Eastern Death Mountain yet, which kind of feels like it's going to be the one.
Am I the only one that just absolutely hates it when it rolls up there?
Well, it's my early route, so I don't mind it, but I'm sure the runners probably don't like it. Since the question chat, we don't know 100% that it's up there. I feel like we haven't been to the coast shop yet as well.
You're right, we haven't seen the coast cave yet. He's now finding out the door repair cost for the day. So far, the enemy's having their way with with our runners here tonight.
Yeah, it's a rough path to get up there. It's one of those situations where you're happy to have silvers early, but you'd almost wish the Armos item was something a little bit more useful early. Well, Lionel's on this screen. We're gonna make it through. Off we go to this well, the red Lionel tried to Latumbo him, and Phoenix gets around it.
Coast
There it
Cave.
is.
Oh, Coast Cave was the answer. Phoenix Ignition first pick up the sword at 26 minutes and 15 seconds. And giving us... Wow.
That didn't change much. That hard on the coast.
It's almost as if we don't see that one often, you know?
I mean, if that's the first thing I saw, I might be persuaded to think something else about the seed, but clearly it's just a trap.
Phoenix right back into level 8. Being its unfriendly self. Oh, goodness. Back-to-back manhandlers. And, oh, that is 0 HP manhandler right there.
Well, the seed needed to be nice somewhere, so that is where it's going to be.
Hey, 0 HP bosses? I'll take that any day of the week.
We do have drop shuffle, it appears, given that the gels that are splitting from the Zols are dropping us money and hearts. 7 rupee bombs is another nice thing, so the shopkeeper was being generous this time around.
65% discount on bombs? Yes, please.
So if Phoenix knows where he's at, he'll try and get a bomb in this room and then bomb south. Can actually go east almost always as well. North could open or could not open. Getting eaten by the like here is not a terrible thing. It will allow you to just whack away for free at this point and not get bubbled. As far as digging 8 first, I would actually disagree with chat for once. I like digging first quest 8 if and only if the front half is second quest, because it does give you enough keys to merit going into, and there's no guarantee that you won't have something important in here. If nothing else, even if it's not important, it could be something that helps you progress through the game a little bit easier. So I see a lot of merit to going in here. I definitely wouldn't burn key doors or any major resources, but I would go to every open room and kill easy combat and try and get a handful of keys so I can go dig, say, level 3, where I know I'm going to be key blocked real easily. We also have second quest level 1's Triforce, so that makes that dig a little bit less interesting, even though we are on item shuffle.
He's going to have to be careful. That heart could really help right now. Oh, gets it pretty. Some good combat.
Yeah, I'm not sure how interested I'd be in clearing this room. I thought we got the easy floor heart like in the Triforce room right off the bat. So we know that this really won't pay off anything more than a key, which again is great. The key's wonderful, but if it's nothing like this, then you feel pretty bad.
Yeah, no. That was what, a good 30, 35 sword swings?
Yeah, in and of itself, clearing that room isn't a bad idea a couple of times to seed. It's the notion that you might have to clear a room like that 3 or 4 times in a dungeon when you have open doors, and it might slow you down over time. So I think that's what kind of sets the very top runners a little bit different pace-wise than the runners that end up finishing, say, like 3rd through 8th in a weekly. Is the top runners will kind of prioritize rooms that have less combat so that they can move quicker. If they have to come back to an early like room after that, then they will, because it's right at the start of the dungeon. Whereas someone that's taking a little bit more time to clear all those rooms, if they get lucky, that room will pay off. But the odds on like a room-to-room basis in a level 8 where there's like something like 30-something rooms, 33, 34, doesn't seem as plausible to drop something good for you.
This is why I love commentating with the big names, because this is stuff most people wouldn't know.
Well, I'm nowhere near a big name, especially after I get my rear end handed to me in about 12 hours.
Oh, Fury, goodness. You're a big name. I will say that much.
And we're back into another Pancake BMOS room. It's like Groundhog's Day all over again. I'm tired of those flags already. Looking at the map, I think, yeah, Phoenix definitely knows he's in level 8 at this point. Like, the actual first quest 8. Of course he's in level 8, but should all but be guaranteed now to know that this is the first quest map.
Dave struggles to find the wood sword continue, however.
Yeah, but
he's
getting closer. It does have a lot of health right now. The struggle is that there's no real nice way unless you go around the coast near the raft spot. Like this way you get these Octoroks on the screen, which is fine, but then you get blue Lionel, red Lionel, and it's a lot of linear pathing through the forest. So we need a friendly spawn in this screen here. If it's in the south, it's bad. Oh, we're going to get a nice... Yep, we're going to get a nice one there. And I think Dave's now got the sword in hand.
Yeah, no chance he misses it now. There it is.
Phoenix, meanwhile, may have found an item. I don't think we've seen a transport yet.
We haven't seen transport. We haven't seen an item, and well, this could be an early turning point in the match.
Yeah, gonna get rid of the Gorilla in the center there. I honestly think you just take care of a couple of these enemies still. Make sure you don't get bopped. But Phoenix goes in, and we get, well, not particularly what we want. I almost would take that still.
Yeah, you and me both, but I'm definitely grumbling a little bit if I'm Phoenix right now.
Yeah, that's enough reason to leave, and unfortunately has burned the one key that actually dropped in that 8. That 8 was actually not very friendly with the keys. The good news is it looks like his opponent is about to make the same play. We'll see if the same level of digging ensues.
They've already collected the heart container previously.
Yep, and now collected the danger noodles.
Good old left molas.
To answer the question in chat, we have first quest and shapes dungeons. They know what number dungeon they are in, but they don't necessarily know which quest they're in.
Phoenix back in 3 now.
Yeah, blue level 3, which is the way the game is coded for second quest. It swaps its setup with the level 2 in first quest, so that's why this is blue. It's the same blue as the level 2 in first quest.
Good combat shown here, and Phoenix is going to have the chance to have a look into the other end of level 3.
Well, bad news is we need a key to progress much further in this dungeon. The good news is we got into the Triforce room. Logic dictates that bomb wall will never open, although, again, there is a situation which a T-room can spawn in one of these bottom rooms, and it forces it open. We do have enough health to just body our way through all these, yep.
First Triforce of the day for Phoenix Ignition in level 3. Unfortunately, Dave picking up the Triforce in level 1, but it's one we've already got. But he might already have known that and is picking it up for the health refill.
Yep, ideally you can save that when you're leaving the dungeon and you get the refill and maybe your sword back. But if you feel less confident about your combat, well, it actually won't matter at this point. The game's going to tell you can't go any further. Good luck. But if you're feeling a little bit like your combat's behind, then it's fair to go ahead and get the health refill and go through the dungeon with a little bit more health to start.
Yeah, there's something any runner's gonna love. Hey, I don't have to hit this Gliok 22 times and can only hit it 3 times and be done with it? Yeah, that works for me.
That's a rough key to have to spend, but this room, for all Dave knew, was a staircase room. We already knew that was a room of sadness, essentially, with pancakes and BMOS and no drop on the floor after you kill them all.
Question in chat is, what level have we not seen? I believe Jess may be correct in saying 2 and 7.
Well, that's what my notes have, but I'm known to miss a few things here and there. Did Phoenix already clear that Keese room, or did we come out of that Keese room in some other staircase?
Came out of it.
Red Bubble is saying no, you can't go for the longest time there.
Either it's just saying, yes, this area is mine, no, you can't come in.
This is a room of sadness as well. We've already seen this room with the Wizrobes and the Pulse Voice and the Wall Masters and all of the fun stuff.
I can't blame Phoenix in the slightest for seeing that room and just going, yeah, no, I can spend my time better elsewhere than here. Looked like Dave had the manhandler there for a second, but ties don't go to the runner in Z1R.
I do think level 4 is probably the best play to make at this point. Even that's not the most fortuitous BMO statue fire ever, but it's more frustration than anything. But I think in this case, you've got 2 items for shared staircases. We're not guaranteed to be out of Heart Shuffle yet. Does look like Blue Korea have rolled down slightly, so that's another bonus. If items that were on the floor had not shuffled, that room would have been a drop for the heart container. So maybe why Phoenix is clearing it. More land mola, this time with the red variety. So a little bit easier to kill, especially with sword beams.
However, they deal the same amount of damage as the blue ones.
And there is a bomb upgrade. Vanilla price, vanilla amount.
Either way, can't see Phoenix Ignition being too upset about that one.
The reward is $5 for that room.
Just a shiny nickel.
Speaking of fivers, Phoenix also getting a room with that.
deciding it's time to get out of 4, picks up the Triforce and a 4-2 Triforce lead. Phoenix seeing that ladder block in 4. Thinking about continuing, thinking about getting out.
It's rough, but eventually you do have to make a decision on a dungeon and kind of go for it. So we'll see which one Phoenix eventually decides on.
Looks like Phoenix is going to give us a view of Eastern Dead Mountain as he finds a take aiming at the connector. Finds not only level 7, but the other bomb upgrade. Oh, and some friendliness from the seed in level 7, the early item, and it is the book. And it's Atlas on top of it.
It looks like Phoenix is going to continue progressing. Could make a reasonable argument that leaving might be the best strategy at this point. That might seem weird to some, but you've got the item out of here, so it can do about as much as it can for you. If there's a hint shop near your starting location anywhere that you know of, it might be in your best interest to go ahead and save your money now. Go check that hint shop and retry back until you get all the hints to try and collect some information about the seed. Because right now your choices of dungeons aren't exactly fun. So if you don't like your options, maybe getting information on which one would be the most profitable to dig for like a ladder or something might speed you up. Or if you get information that the red ring is in a specific dungeon or a white sword is in a specific dungeon, that would give you more reason to go there.
Of course, the idea of deceptive hints is still out there.
It is, but deceptive hints would still be right about 55% of the time, and it would give you at least a better shot than your normal percentages to give you the item you're looking for. Without important items and without Heart Shuffle, I think the majority of what's left on the board is like a 11% chance. So if you get the hint, and it's right 50% of the time-ish, and is wrong but correct anyways another 5 or 6% of the time, then you've increased your odds by almost 50% or at least 45% to get what you're looking for.
I have to say, I love all the info, but at the same time, I'm like, wow, I'm suddenly thinking you and so have to do commentary one of these days.
Well, there's a reason we don't. It's just too much math. Also, where do you think I got the math?
Ah, that explains everything.
When in doubt, blame Alsoa. It makes sense. I can blame him because he's totally not here in chat or anything. We get the Triforce in 3, though. I didn't see what was in the next room because I was busy looking over at a different window. But it was enough to make Dave leave. So it was maybe the bait block, or what was that over there that told him to turn around so fast?
I'm not entirely sure, but hey, a Triforce is a Triforce, and at this point, I think 51 minutes into the race, first Triforce, I think it's just get off that goose egg and get one on the board.
According to chat, it was Blue Dark Nuts that said no.
Yeah. Blue Dark Nuts, not friendly, not fun. Oh goodness, we've got the Troll Toll. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, we get the free compass, which doesn't really do us any good because we know it's in the middle of a Chevy. So thanks a lot for nothing, I suppose.
The old-fashioned Triforce is in the next room trick.
Did we see this staircase? I guess we did. Maybe this was the Keys staircase shenanigans.
I believe it is.
If so, that's really rare. Usually that is not like that. Usually you have none of the staircases really connecting to one another like that in the same segment. 5's usually way worse.
Those Lionels on Phoenix's side. That was nasty. Actually, sure, that's a good question. Does the old man saying I'm thirsty count as a community hint?
Depends on where it was said.
It wasn't a bomb upgrade.
No. That's just the bomb upgrade being the bomb upgrade. It's always a community. Although, I think Fred has specific comments set to specific rooms. So, like, the bait block will always have its own set of comments. And the community hints won't always go across multiple different types. So, you're going to get some that never show up as a door repair, for example.
Oh, that wasn't friendly for Dave. Finds out the bomb doesn't open and takes a death there. That's ouch.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those seeds that's not going to be kind at all in combat outside of bosses. You can't say that the bosses rolled mean. So it's really going to come down to which runner kind of keeps their cool and says, all right, I'm going to put my head down and I'm just going to go for it in this dungeon. And I really, if I were Phoenix, I would go to level 8 100%. The moment I got bombs, that's where I would go, because I know that there's at least a handful of rooms that I can easily access in there, as I've not seen any sort of ladder block or any progression block in there. And I know that there's one less item in there, but again, your chances as you clear items is only going to increase the ability for you to get the items that help you progress faster. I would much rather be facing that than the Wizrobes at 5 and the Dark Nuts in some of the other dungeons that we've seen. To answer the question in chat on the blue ring, it depends on what the gambling game is. I'm not going to farm guineas in the grave for 220 rupees. But if I go to the gambling game and the casino shows me a whole bunch of negative values in the 10s or 20s and shows me one positive in the 70s and it's close enough to start, why not? Heart Shuffle, as far as we know, is not on. We've seen a couple of floor hearts. We've seen a coast heart. And we've seen a lot of items and staircases thus far, but then again, we've only seen 2 or 3 staircases total.
Point to note on Dave's screen, that is a cave that Phoenix did open, but died in before he could open it up. Or at the very least go in, I should say.
It didn't appear like it was a ton.
It was just a small secret.
Yeah, so shouldn't be super impactful, but there's always the chance that it is. I'm going to be interested to see if there's a key door north of the blue dark nuts, if this is the dungeon that Phoenix decides to dig. It's not. So this comes down to being able to block clip, pretty much. If you can block clip in this room, then this room is free, but it takes a while. Sword beams make it possible to do without block clipping, as we're seeing right now. It's not going horribly. We've taken the first bop, but overall, we're still dodging a lot of these dark nuts. I want to say they've rolled down to... Oh, we're dead. Yeah.
They did roll down. I believe that's 5 HP.
But yeah, that room is doable if you can pull off a block clip in a hurry. All you have to do is get below one of the blocks and tap up and hope to only move a little bit, and then you do the sword plus movement trick, and up you go. And you can just sit there on the block for a while. Alright, back into level 4. I think this was another dungeon that didn't have a terrible enemy set. I feel like we saw the land mullet in here, so that would mean it's mostly going to be Guria and likes in rooms. The power bracelet is in Western Death Mountain. There was that question in chat just now. Yep, the book is Atlas and gives you information on the old men. Does not give you a boomstick. Yeah, unfortunately, Phoenix dies in that room. Would have been kind of persuaded to just kind of rush that wall and bomb it. Looked like he was trying to walk through it first to try and conserve the bomb. We found one transport in this level 6 so far. This room, I think, usually has a standing item in it, so there's a chance that that would potentially drop upon clearing it, but we need a blue bubble at the moment, because we can't really do much with the whiz ropes. Even with 4 bombs, it's asking a lot. the heart container rolled into the compass room. Oh, blue bubbles. Thank you very much. And red candle. Well, it's not the best of the repeatable offense, but you take these all day.
At the very least, you'll take it when it's there early. I'm not sure you take that if you're late into a seed.
Yeah. Typically not great at an hour, but right now it's repeatable. Something else is greater, though, and that's what Phoenix found.
And that's the first real breakthrough of the seed. Ladder in 4.
Technically, this is early into this seed for the runners, but this would be late into the average seed. The ladder doesn't do a ton for combat, but you can sit on a moat in some of the moat rooms now and dodge at least the dark nuts. We can definitely get the Triforce in 5 now as well, so that's useful.
Speaking of 5, Phoenix right in there.
Yeah, I think if I were Phoenix now, my game plan would change a little bit. I would be trying to Triforce and go a lot of the dungeons and just hope to get back to one of the dungeons where the combat's a little bit weaker and dig that for some items first and hope that the seed's just generous and doesn't make me go back to some of the Dark Knight and Wizrobe dungeons to clear them. I definitely don't agree with going this way. We do have the staircase around this. So it's you don't really get anything from going to this room. You can't actually bomb down in here. You have to take the staircase that we've already taken. As he's going to look back at the map now and realize. If you're really, really desperate for money, that room would actually suffice. You'd get a 5 or a decent chunk of the time. You'd probably leave that room with an average of 3 rupees per time you killed it. Be an extremely poverty version of a money farm, but still one nevertheless. And fun times for Dave with the trap room that's deceptively unpleasant.
These traps can get the best of you if you're not careful.
Alright, Phoenix takes out the blue Wizrobe, so this room's not nearly as deadly as it was a couple of seconds ago.
Just needs to make sure he doesn't take a high roll driver to the face. I think he's trying to get that item out of 5 at this point. I mean, he's almost there. This could be it. Oh, no.
Well, you're completely blocked by now, both keys and a boss.
Wow.
I would say this, that would make me believe the bow is less likely to be there. And that's technically, potentially your only item that's stopping you from go mode, because we've not seen a lot of the power bracelet spots, so we have a lot of overworld left to check for just 2 dungeons.
Actually, 1 at this point, as Phoenix has found 7.
That's true, he's found 7. Looks like Phoenix is going to make it into this cave for the small secret this time. We'll probably try and go left immediately, and I believe we're not too far away now from the power bracelet. There's an example of Fred making a comment tied to a shop, in this case a power bracelet being in a White Sword cave. I believe that was a play on a power glove for the power bracelet.
Absolutely was.
Three Triforce and 6. The item in here, should Phoenix Ignition decide not to stick around, is not necessarily game breaking. It probably would help a little bit. I would totally be all in on trying to find level 2 at this point, and I would be hoping it would be the Korea set and it would have the bow. That would be my hope. So if you're asking what I would do in the runner's shoes, that would be it.
Looks like Phoenix is going to make the play to check out 6.
The enemy set is Wizrobe, so it's not great, but so far we haven't seen any complete blue Wizrobe rooms. This is going to turn into him, yep. Answer the question, chat. It was Phoenix Ignition only on the Boomerang in level 8.
Dave is where he needs to be to get that ladder, but it wasn't the easiest thing to get either.
Bomb upgrade is likely going to get purchased here. The smart move would be to bomb the walls first. Well, we bombed one of the walls, so that's a positive thing to do there.
Oh, Phoenix back in 1 now, trying to find 2 items there.
Yep. So we haven't still seen that many hearts on the floor, so very possible we have Heart Shuffle. This would be 100% clear it with 1 Sword Beam, and it was only a bomb pack, so killing it with the bomb early on would not have done much. The Fires do drop to a bomb, and they do drop bombs. And I believe we were ladder blocked out of the south end of this level 1, so that is something we can now progress through.
Now the question is, how much of a payoff is that going to give our runners?
Well, if nothing else, it's knowledge, so we'll know whether or not this this is somewhere we ever need to come back to. course, it won't help the runners too much once they see it, but we'll know for the other runners' sake. Well, I bet you'd like to have more bombs in level 1. I believe that last enemy was killed as that would have opened, so might have glitched that. And I think we might be key locked. I'd still bomb again just in case we glitched it. No, we didn't. There's a glitch. It's mostly to do with shutter doors, so I suppose it wouldn't have happened there. Where if the shutter door opens as you try and bomb a wall, similar to the Kananaki trick, it will not register the bomb anymore because it's busy trying to open another wall.
Interesting.
You can also pull similar tricks with bomb walls opening at the same time you try and go through a key door. I always wondered if you had a shutter door and you pushed against a bomb wall that could open, would it actually open for you to walk through it? I would assume the answer is no, but I've never seen anybody go after that and try that trick. Yes, we are key locked. I think it's about 25 rupees away from the key price. So we should definitely be looking at finding level 2 or going back to 7 or 8 in hopes of keys, since those dungeons will have more of them. So what do we think? Ladder required to get into level 2 since it's a second quest overworld. We got flute, we got just a couple power bracelet spots left to check. And we've also got the always popular 2 raft spots.
Not much Phoenix could have done on that one.
Well, that's a good health farming trick there.
Definitely well timed, if anything. It looks like Phoenix has a chance for a key, should he opt for it.
You have to, in my opinion. You could save it for the bait that could block you at 3, but that key progression could be huge. We know that that key in level 1 blocks the staircase that gets you to the bottom half, and you might not see another key door down there anymore.
I have to agree with you. That key could be another turning point.
The key to the seed, as they say.
Quite literally.
Gambling at this point, probably not what I would do.
Um,
If we were at, again, if you're at like under 20 rupees and you don't know what the values are, it's always worth. But if you're at 76 and you can buy something, no.
I still remain unchecked for Phoenix. Oh no, that's a bad time for one of those.
Yeah. I mean, a potion wouldn't be a bad play if we were really worried about the combat, and we are to a degree, but yeah.
That key could have been the game changer.
To answer the question, chat, we don't think we've seen any helpful hints at this point. I think the runners have decided to spend the money on other things, namely door repairs, but also had to buy the blue candle early to get into some dungeons. And it's second quest overworld. Have we even seen the large secret? I don't know that I've seen it.
We haven't seen it, unfortunately.
So it's off on some raft island or something?
Oh, sounds about right. We're gonna have our first check on the river ladder spots. Is this where level 2's been? I was getting excited there. I thought that was a large secret.
Just a prank.
Of course. And
Boom.
oh, there we go.
And it's rather significant as well. All right.
Oh.
Now we just need to send him good vibes and key shop thoughts.
Yeah. But the idea to check for forgotten spot ain't exactly a bad thing either.
No, you definitely have to take this spot into consideration.
Oh.
But you absolutely are getting key locked out of some dungeons at the moment.
Yeah.
You're key locked out of 5. You're key locked out of level 1, and you are combat locked out of level 3.
You've got to make a move. He's thinking about his play.
I was gonna say he's heard you and he's protesting by not moving. You know, at this point, a lot of people criticize me when I do it, but there are occasions where I get frustrated with something that the seed's doing, and I like stop playing well. So what I do is I get up, either like take a quick walk around the room, or use the restroom, or like wash my face and wake myself up, and then come back and get back to playing. So if that's what's going on here, it's not the worst move in the world, because if you're calmer and play better, then you're making up more time than you lost spending a minute or two to do that.
That's true. I'll have to agree with you on that one. A mental reset, a bathroom break. Yep, Chad's got the right idea. I feel.
It could be either or, but I know sometimes with some of the runners, the always fun. My kid had a nightmare percent goes, and you have to take care of that as well. So,
That's true. And yes, chat bringing in another possibility.
yep, he may have stopped playing Zelda 1 randomizer 2-ish years ago, but the meme will last forever.
Oh, it will. This is another spot we haven't seen yet, I believe. Oh, there's that key. It's expensive, though.
Yeah, there is a cheaper key than that. I think the cheaper key is around 76 or something like that.
Sounds about right.
If you mark the cheap key shop, then you need to just go there, buy 2 keys, save, and then start checking your options. If an option doesn't pay off, you retry back to your 2 key status. I would also consider going back into 8 with the 10 bombs that we have.
Phoenix does have a significant exploration. I wouldn't say advantage, but I'm not entirely sure it is an advantage at this point. Dave is in the room that Phoenix got stumped in a while back.
Alright, this is the play I was rooting for a while.
Going back to 8 with the bomb packs, you're right. And let's see what happens.
Yep, you know where you can go in this one. It's to the south. You're now not going to get ladder blocked by the one Chevy room. And there's keys.
Yeah, that's a big one for Phoenix.
Yeah, you don't need to burn the key there. You can get around that one. So let's go down south.
With how much keys have been at a premium so far this seed. Last thing you want to do is waste one.
Yeah, we can bomb down here. We're going to try and bomb up. Wonder if it's Zelda's room or something. Nope, we've already been there. So we just we didn't look at the map, I guess, when we bombed in from the other side.
Yeah, if push comes to shove, you can always assume that's just for time saving purposes for a second dig or something.
Well, we're key rich now.
Oh
This is a removed open staircase. So this will be the transport or the item.
one of our items, I believe. Actually, no, we do have the boomerang all ready for the level.
Oh man, these gels, they dropped on the right group, the right number.
Oh yeah, anyone will love it when they see gels doing this, and oh, everybody's gonna hate it when you go that deep into an 8. You think you've got the item, but nah. Game just says no, and drops you into a one room, a literal one roomer with a key to get out when you're already being key starved.
Yeah, well, we've been through a lot of the rooms near this, so there's always a chance we've missed another route with the lack of bombs we had the first time. So yeah, going down here, bombing left or going right into the open room, it doesn't much matter. I think they're both better plays. You know that you can go this way.
Making progress in the blue darknet room, meanwhile.
Alright, so it's more likely now, based on that bad pun, that we have mixed hints, so we shouldn't have deceptive hints. And we're going to continue farming rupees here. I honestly, just my opinion, I'd keep hitting that room up until you hit 255 and go get the blue ring now.
Why not?
I mean, with the way the seed's been, and the way you're just getting free cash, I would have considered it.
Yeah. I mean, this has been... And speaking of rude, you get out of the blue darknet room and find what behind it? Another blue darknet room. Thank goodness you can get out of this one.
And before I would have farmed it, and this is the red ring.
Well,
we'll take it.
Oh
and
my goodness.
Recorder.
Recorder in 3.
All right, we're moving.
Well,
we're dying too, but we're moving, and we got the item out of 3. Let's go. Peace. Just gamble on Heart Shuffle being off, and let's go. Yep. Because at this point, between the two runners, me and you probably know Heart Shuffle's going to be off, but they don't.
At this point, you're an hour and a half into the seed. I feel like you have to hit the I wanna go fast button. And
ooh, unbeaten dungeon it is.
This could, oh wow, and the Triforce almost undodgeable. Level 2.
Yeah, Dave can get almost all the Triforces at this point, given every Triforce except for the Triforce in 7 is free. We also know it's recorder blocked. But the plus side for Phoenix is they have the wand, and they know they can do Dark Knight combat a little bit easier now. So they're potentially going to go back to 3 before the Wizrobe dungeons, in my opinion.
Maybe they go back to 1 as well with the keys they've got in tow. I mean, what if the item in 1 turns out to be the bow?
Well, we can't get any further in this 2. Dave does not recognize it as Second Quest 2A, so he doesn't know that he can't bomb. Our tracker missed the Triforce in 2 because she was grabbing the tissue, crying in happiness at seeing the tutor. Just Andy's favorite item.
Well, that is true, but well. The answer could also be 5. I mean, we haven't found an item in 5 yet.
I'm a little surprised, I'll say, at the level 5 dig first. The wand gives you huge advantage against Dark Nuts and nothing really against the Wizrobes.
Joining Phoenix in 5. Oops, missed that. Missed that whirlwind once. You got to exit the room to get it back. This is going to be Dave's first visit to 7. As Phoenix struggles against the Wizrobes here. Phoenix was considering their next play. Dave now starting to dig in 7. Finds a bomb up and picks it up immediately. He's got the max for this seed, 16 bombs. About to find out that the seed is going to give him a little something as a gift for, well, playing, I suppose. There's the book in 7.
Always a fun time when you fight the land moles in the dark room. They start getting a little bit weird. Well, we're going to go for that big play in the key door in 1 now. I think this is good.
I think this is something you have to make at this point. You don't know what the items are in here, and you might be about to find out.
Well, you can presume 1 is a heart for the moment. I'll have to see on the other one. Alright, we want to bail on this room because it's unlikely to drop the item.
At the same time, that does give you access to the corner. And Phoenix has been staring down Dart Nuts and saying, "You think you can take me?"
There is a heart container. So that one was the obvious one in my opinion. Now we go back and go up, and we're going to see what the other item in here is. If it's another heart, then it's ultimate sadness for the runners. Yep, let's see what it is. Gotta clear it.
It's either here. Oh no, it is.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This is not the play to make. You gotta clear that room. Yeah, might be confused and thinking it's a snare item, but it's that's not the way it is in 1. May have just realized the mistake because they are going back now. Let's see. Gonna go back right. Yeah, I think they realized the mistake.
And let's face it, we've all made that mistake. Oh wow!
Well, we profited.
Oh, did we ever?
I would definitely be buying a buttload of keys. Just give me the whole keychain full of keys from the key shop immediately.
That's a big play, and a similar big play for Dave. That's a Triforce in 7, and don't look now, people. We've got a race 6-5 in a Triforce count.
Yep, it's going to come down to where the bow is. Unlikely the bow's in 9. I would say there's still a small advantage because Phoenix has the ladder to be able to dig 2 whenever they get there, whereas Dave needs to get that out of 4 still, and 4's a pretty big dungeon. The flip side is if the bow's in 4 and you find the bow first in your Dave, then suddenly it flips.
But that red ring is not a small advantage for Phoenix Ignition. He's shown already that his combat is pretty solid against those Dark Knights, and that red ring's only going to make it better from here.
Answer the question, chat. Don't know if it was answered. The ladder block was a deal in level 1, as well as the keys. Not exactly sure what Dave is after at the moment. Maybe has forgotten that the red candle's in here, or is looking for more keys. Could be a number of things.
7 was the book, and it was right at the opening room of the dungeon. Meanwhile, oh goodness, look at Phoenix. He's got the red ring, and he's just going like, "Yeah, no, you couldn't take me with green tunic. What do you think of me now?"
Yeah, I approve of just going full on. Just don't worry about your health and just go for it, because you shred these guys all before they have a chance to get through you.
Wow. Okay, now that's yikes.
Gonna run out of keys again, but burning the key here will get the flute, which opens up 2, which means all dungeons are accessible.
But this could drop a key as well, and I think that's why Phoenix is clearing this. That gives you the map. Oh well.
Thought for literally half a second and moved on. The wand hit will kill these fires. And there is the flute. Suddenly losing our tracker to a Kleenex skin, probably. Will we toot on the flute? Use the flute and see where it goes. Well, we're going to open a cave here, which is fine. I'm okay with the potion. But this is the time where you definitely use the flute. It's actually not going to matter. If you go down here, you're going to find the next overall spot is a food block.
Yeah, Phoenix is probably gonna curse his luck a little bit once he sees this. So this is Dave's advantage that he had in this race now gone. He's gonna opt to go back into 2, thinking the bow might be here, and it very well might, or it could be the any key.
All right, Dave finally deciding to leave this level 7. So this is good news, because we know there's nothing else to be had in here. We've now seen collectively, I think, 5 hearts on the floor. I think it's 5 hearts on the floor. I'm going with it.
Yeah, either way, I think at this point we can safely say Heart Shuffle's been off.
So kind of rooting for a Kananiki here, because it's possible. Question chat, Mag's chance now? Sure. Given that the health rolled down on the white sword item to 4, I would go for that. Definitely got to bomb this.
He's considering his next play. Oh goodness, more key problems.
Congratulations, you have located all 9 dungeons, but the white sword cave is still missing.
That looks like Phoenix Ignition is going to flute a whole bunch of times here and end up at level 7. Which is a good place to go. But again, we have so much money. So I'm just still trying to will the purchase of keys. literally just begging for the runner to purchase some keys. Please purchase some keys.
Unless you're fearing the bait in level 9.
Okay, you buy the bait too. You know, you can buy both. We have 237 rupees. We have no ring to buy. We have no ability to buy a magical sword, so that's out of the question. You buy a big shield, but I mean, at this point, it's down to literally just having the bait and keys to buy with your money, and hints, I suppose, if you're looking for the bow. So I would be all for buying keys so that you're not getting locked in these dungeons anymore. There's a key on the floor, though. I think sometimes runners are just a little bit too stubborn to go buy them, is all I'm saying. I've seen a couple of races. It's not just this one. It's not just Phoenix Ignition. It's a general decision not to buy as many keys. You just hope you run into them. Whether it's a big shield or magic shield, at the end of the day, it's eaten by a like-like. I feel like the Triforce was somewhere in the south of the 7, if I remember correctly. The ladder is not super deep in 4, it's just south. I believe Dave is currently on the route to kind of get there. It requires a bomb wall or two, not too many keys.
Fortunately, he's going to have to be careful. That he's only got one bomb left right now.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of good luck on bombing, but I think most of the route's opened at this point. It just takes getting through some rooms here. Looks like we're going to get the wand out and start whacking away at the Dark Nuts. Dave is potentially going to survive. We'll see. Well, almost took the boomerang there. I definitely think sword beaming from afar in this corner is the right strategy in this room. The areas that are in the middle cannot get to you. So you just whirl away at what you can. Oh, this is going to bait us through. Yeah, I was worried about that Korea deciding to snipe. Now would be an opportune time to go after the blue Korea north of you. So it can't do much to you.
Phoenix, meanwhile, picking up the heart container in 7.
I believe this is the ladder? Yeah. Triforce now at 7. That's all 8 of them. I'm going to be a really sad boy if we go to 9.
12 hearts, you have to at least take a swing at Mags.
Instead, Phoenix is going to make our right ear very happy with the flute tune to nothing now, since we have everything beaten.
Insert momentary confusion because, well, probably not used to seeing the recorder do nothing.
Oh, decent suggestion in chat. Make it go to 9 as well. Why not? I think Dave might actually be first to the bow, if it's actually in this too. We have Magic, Boomerang, Iniki, Raft, and Bow. So, in theory, it's very likely that 9 has the Iniki and the Magic Boomerang. And the Raft and the Bow are still the ones that are into... well, actually, no, we have White Sword still, so scratch the whole guaranteed 9 setup there. But 66% chance that you find either the Raft or Bow in one of the... in level 2. Assuming important items have rolled on. If important items rolled on, then I guess I'm somewhat thankful that the seed has had mercy on us, but also very surprised because it doesn't usually do that.
Phoenix thinking about whether he wants to make the play, I think, at this point.
It's a big gamble. We might get an answer shortly on 2.
Yep, here it is. It's the Raft in level 2. Ooh.
So you gotta dig level 4 again. Or you have to dig level 5, most likely. I would say it's almost guaranteed now that the Raft is outside of 9. For there to be no important items on for 9.
Pat regards the key. Phoenix won't be upset about finding that one. A lot of interesting rooms early on in this 9.
Yeah. Lots of whiz robes, but we do have Red Ring. I wonder, I don't think we've even picked up the heart container on the coast, so you'd basically have a near, 90% chance? Alsoa, come in here and help me. Where's Alsoa at?
It's
There's a
90.
white sword.
You're right.
So now, not as important to go get a magical sword check out of the way. This will help. So let's see. Let's just beg the magic key to be this next staircase that we open, wherever that next staircase is, and send Phoenix packing and out of 9 into whichever dungeon they choose. Or just be the bow and have important items 9 and we're close to the end. The other option is we get a red ring in 1, and then Dave decides to go to level 4 or 5 and finds the bow and gets to the end. At this point, I'm not so much caring who wins. I just like, I hate seeing these like 3-hour seeds because it's real rough on a runner to have to go through it. So I'm just rooting for somebody to kind of find that magic breaking point.
To be fair, Phoenix has been doing a good job, as has Dave. I mean, it's never easy. This flag set can be quite trolly at the best of times. I mean, I'm just reminded of a few races we've had that have hit those 2.5, almost 3-hour marks. It's just a matter of, sometimes the rando wants to see the world burn.
Question chat, where is level 9? It's a long enough sea where I've kind of forgotten, but we saw this relatively early.
East Forest Armos.
And there you have it. It was definitely not something trolly to find, so it's not like Dave's going to miss out on it or anything.
He's seen it. Oh, there's part 3 of the puzzle, or is it? Oh, of course it isn't. Get me excited, game.
And for falling for the troll, you must pay the troll toll. Good luck.
I think we're already paying the troll toll a little bit. I mean, the rando's given us quite the troll seed.
Looks like Dave's looking at the next available option.
Well, at least level 9 is key rich. Now, dear Rando, when I said key rich, I didn't mean the old men inside the dungeon needed to be richer. Come on now.
Well, you know the setup, right? It's you get 6 or 7 keys in level 9, and then you finally get the any key at the very end of it all, or you get a shoot room. And back we go.
Oh goodness, yeah.
I don't think that's actually that big a deal. I'm still a little bit confused as to what Dave's going for in this level 7 at the moment. I feel like this is, of all plays, probably the least profitable one left. even if it's Heart Shuffle, you're digging this for what, like a 1 in 20 payoff at this point?
The thing that worries me is that Dave, he's found boat items in 7.
I didn't even see that he saw the heart container in here.
He's seen it and he's picked it up. I must admit I'm a little confused.
Dave does not need a key for the red ring of 1. Dave has the red ring out of 1. He needs the keys for level 4 and level 5. Either or could have the bow.
Still could have the bow here in 9.
Could, but I'm still of the opinion that won't be here. Could be wrong. Would be really funny. I could be proven a fool, but that would be the first time given how much Dragon Warrior Randomizer I played. For those that don't know the reference, you get called a fool every time you turn down the DL1 fight.
I was wondering what. One?
Dave's gonna pull off a screen scroll, which is kind of cool, but it's gonna be a screen scroll to nowhere. You're not stuck there. You can technically go back, but yeah, it's good to practice that tech, just not the right spot for it. So we need to go to 5 or 4. Those are the only 2 real options for Dave item progression wise. 5, we know the Triforce is easy to get. We now have 8 keys for Phoenix.
Enemies being very generous in this one. You know, after 2 hours and 3 minutes of Z1R, maybe the C's gotten tired of, you know, stomping on our runners a couple times.
Well, the first done might have been Phoenix Ignition's internet. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm hoping not.
Nothing said in the room yet. Hold on.
Oh, we got him back.
Yep. We're going to have a fun moment here.
Got the call of bacon here for Phoenix Ignition.
Yep, we're actually looking right at bacon, I think. Pick the correct door and everything.
Yep.
Fortunately,
Go ahead, Mary.
unfortunately, we both know that not the best time to be fighting a pig.
We need skewers. They might be right here.
Yeah, for reference, well, you need the device to go with the skewers, not the.
Oh yeah, right. We found the skewers a while ago. Now we need the barbecue.
Well, this transport takes us miles away, and if you're banking on 9 and you have 7 keys, you burn every single key at this point in here and just go through rooms.
Yeah.
Because, and the reason why is actually a little bit simpler. Even if it's not here, this is still extremely likely based on what we know to be the any key.
Hold on.
It's going to be magic boomerang or any key if it's not the bow. Phoenix doesn't know that, but we do. To my knowledge, I think there's a dungeon up here. I forget which one it is now. I want to say it's 4 up here.
6 was in the corner, but oof.
Oh,
Oh no,
master.
Another. Ooh.
But yeah, you need 6's Triforce on Dave's side, so going to get that is not a bad play. Whatever dungeon's up there, whether it's 6 or 5 or 4 even, there's something relevant there. It would be that bad of a play even to go back into 8 if you're Dave. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he hasn't tested the recorder much after level 2 to know that they can just flute up there. For what's worth, Zelda likely a northern shutter door at this point, given what we saw with Ganon's room, I think.
Right, but it won't be tied to. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that ain't it.
Nope, it was the north room, we know, based on where we entered before.
Yep, I'm just. It's been a long night.
Yeah, I agree. Well, now we got the bombs set up on the gel, so if we were out of bombs, we could fight this room for a little while and get there. We have the double pause essentially going on here. We need to just go ahead and take this transport, I think, to wherever it's going to go, and look for progress. Oh, this is very helpful. It set us right back to the room that we were roughly in before.
Yep.
So let's go down this time.
Phoenix needs to go down south and hope he finds that second item soon. And has to hope it's the bow.
Come on, go down. We've been up here. Go down. There you go.
Nothing here, except for a couple of wizrobes that, they're just trying to feel special at this point.
We've got so many bombs. Again, you can just check every wall, pretty much. Just go for it. So far, no good. And this room and a wall master back to start. But that room is a dead end that you'd have to clear. So, again, not the worst wall master.
Probably the best case scenario, if you ask me.
I wouldn't call it that. We've been in every room over here on this side. We really need to get more rooms checked on the right if we're going to commit to this dungeon.
Back in level 5. He needs a Triforce in here, but we haven't found the item either. Dave takes the Triforce in 5.
Well, that is a fair move. The fair move there in 5 is you don't actually have the ability to progress anywhere on that direction. So that Triforce room is by itself. Because in 5, there's only one bomb wall, one walkthrough wall, and that's it. And we know you can get around that, so the game hasn't opened that bomb wall for that purpose.
Why would you park your car in the middle of nowhere, old man?
Well, I mean, didn't the same old man park... was it 69 Dodge Caravan in level 1?
1996, guarded by.
Aquamentus.
Yep. I was gonna say I was gonna call him the way I usually call him, but
Level 8 is also a fair play, given that Dave has not seen the second item in here. So while we've seen it, we're like, no, don't do this. It's a fair and plausible play to make. It just doesn't happen to be the right play for the seed.
to be fair, yes, these runners have been. It's been a struggle for them. Absolutely. Oh goodness.
More clearing of the Wizrows to get around Gan's room, which is to the east. A bow in this seed cannot be the white sword item because the white sword item was the power bracelet, so it took that off the board. As noted by the old man pictured in the center column, the items we have available are at the top there, right next to the silvers. It's got nothing in the center column. Then you have the Innie Key and the Magic Boomerang. We know one of those items is in 4, one of them is in 5, and one of them is in 9. And if important items have rolled on, then the bow can be a 9. If they've rolled off, then they can't be. And that's a 50-50 flag, so your chances of the bow being a 9 aren't just a simple 1 in 3, but more likely to be, again, a 17% chance at this point. Level 1 had a red ring, so it's 4, 5, and 9. We've seen the heart out of 1, I'm pretty sure. It was pretty early in there.
I believe so.
No, actually it wasn't. I'll tell you that. It was to the right of the diamond staircase when we went down the south segment. I remember now.
You remember more than me.
Well, I got a chance to see both runners kind of go that direction, so I kind of remember it now. It took me a hot minute. I think what's causing Dave to take the extended path here and clear everything is he believes Heart Shuffle could be a thing, just because he's not collected as many hearts as Phoenix has collected. So, whereas Phoenix probably knows its Heart Shuffle off, Dave maybe doesn't. It's fair to push any of these staircases that exist in Second Quest because Second Quest is on, Room Shuffle is on, thus Second Quest staircases can shuffle between. Yeah, we found a bomb wall in this 9. I thought that was a pretty rare thing at this point. We got a bomb pack. We got the Triforce out of 8 that we didn't really need. We need the one out of level 6. We have the one out of 5.
There's a way for Phoenix back into the northeast, but oh well, there's another key for him if he should want it.
Dave is starting to make progress down to the south, which is where that item can be. In the same sense, Phoenix Ignition has access to more of the northern side of the skull now, which is where a lot of the remaining rooms are.
I believe this could be one of the push blocks, right?
To answer the question in chat, the second item, if it's not required, can be behind Zelda. Very, very, very unlikely. Especially in a non-shapes 9. We took a beam and a bop there for marking our map in a very interesting spot, I would say. Definitely got to get to the door frame if you're going to mark your map there. That's a brutal spot to go. We are leaving with 255 rupees, 7 keys, and 8 bombs.
Probably for a potion refill.
I don't know. I would say you could go for a fairy, I guess, and potions, but I would be sprinting it to 5 and sprinting it back to 4, personally.
Let's see what Phoenix does from here. A sheep. Oh, something neither of us predicted. I mean, I can see why Phoenix pulled that play.
Oh, we definitely have found the wand, so now Dave knows it's not 8. Has to go to 6 to get the Triforce still, and has to check 4 or 5 for items.
You're absolutely convinced the bow isn't here in 9.
I'm just taking the likely option of go to the dungeons that Dave can actually access at the moment.
That's true. That is true.
So Dave doesn't have the option until 6's Triforce is cleared. Has completely cleared 8, so there's no reason to be in here anymore. So that's this will no longer be the play. Doesn't matter which option he chooses outside of 4, 5, or 6. If he goes to 6 and goes to 9, then we have 2 people hunting 9 for a bow that may be here or may not be.
I mean, push comes to shove, Phoenix has got a ton of this 9 mapped already. He's yet to find Zelda, though.
Why is Phoenix not using keys? I guess is another question in chat. The answer is pretty simple. We spent the majority of this seed without any keys at all. By virtue of second quest, by virtue of a little bit of stubbornness, if I'm honest. We just didn't have keys for so long that now it's like I don't want to burn any just in case I'm back down to that point. I need to go back to 5 where I know 2 key doors exist. Because as you may or may not recall, level 5, the room we were stymied in was a room with a Goma block of a potential staircase with 2 key doors, one to the south and one to the east. If you want my expert opinion on where they should be going, based on odds, the odds would tell you the bow's in 4. But there's still a chance it's in 9, and there's still a chance it's in 5. But the reason why I would make that play almost always is, again, you've got to look at what the seed's trying to tell you in this case. The seed's normally not going to be important items into 9, so that's one thing that we are taking a huge risk anytime we go for. And then, again, the Goma in 5, we've seen what? We've seen a staircase that goes 1 room north of the entryway to 1 room south of the Triforce room, and eventually sticks you to the west room with the Wiz robe set up. And then there's another transport staircase in the very top room that takes you to a room full of the black keys as opposed to the blue keys. And that's in the top segment. So that's 2 transports and 2 you already know exist. It limits how many staircases are now left.
Triforce for nintendophiledave in level 6. That's all 8 Triforces here.
Yep, I'm super concerned now we're going to have double dives of 9. We're going to flute. Both runners the same troll. You cannot flute once you've taken all the Triforces because it's beaten dungeons.
Oh boy, and Phoenix looks a little confused by where that last transport dropped them.
Yeah, we're going to get the full clear of this dungeon.
Just need to find out where that second item is.
Yeah, we take this back, I think, always, and then we're trying to bomb or walk into the room. You know, this key's fine to burn because we have enough of them now where we can just walk right and try and clear our way in there. You can fire the wand once and you get a fire. There you go. Wand fire is OP sometimes. Dark rooms can be staircase rooms because it gets really weird. Trust me. There's a shutter to the right here. I think we have to clear this room. Because we haven't been to the right. You know there's a shutter there. You clear this room and make sure it's not got a staircase with a Zelda door above it.
So, here's where we stand with Phoenix Ignition right now. 6 transports, they've all been found. The next staircase he finds will be the answer. Or here it is.
Yep, so this will be the answer. It is not Zelda. Zelda's in the middle-ish of the northeast. Is this the bow? It's the Iniki.
Oh boy. And Phoenix, you're kinda happy to find the Iniki, but my goodness.
Well, do we have rooms above this one? That's the next question. No. It's just an old man. They just won't go away, yes. So now we leave.
Yeah, this is, we done here.
Yep, so you know where Zelda is and you know where Ganon is. Because you know you have to be able to access Zelda with 6 staircases. Dave's also making the extremely unlikely play into 9. We know now for sure it won't pay off. So if Phoenix Ignition has done the tracking of the seed correctly, then they remember that the Goma block in 5 guards 2 key doors and guards a staircase potentially. It is very easy to get to with the combat in the red ring we have now, so if we want to do that and just knock it out and make sure that's not it, beyond the key doors, then that's fine. But the game logic is telling you basically screaming at you to go to 4. Although Phoenix Edition also has level 2 to go to, which is fair, it won't pay off though. So neither runner is going to be finding the bow in the next 6 or 7 minutes. Thurwolf is correct. This is the best play to make logically, so I don't blame him for this play. Best case for Dave is that he dies and goes to 4. The best case for Dave is the game breaks and suddenly the bow is the any key. If we're being honest here, I don't think that we'll be finding both items that quick because you have to clear a combat room to even be able to get to the any key. There were flags that allowed Zelda's door to just open. Phoenix finds the raft really quick, so you get the free exit from level 2 in a hurry. If Thurwolf's prophecy comes true, I hope someone gives him a timeout in chat. I won't say that for the purposes of the video. It does not need to be repeated. Okay, level 5. This is, in my estimation, the less likely to be the solution. But, you know, this Goma block could be blocking a non-push block. And then I would look like a fool. But that's just my opinion of what I think the seed is telling me. And it's not guaranteed to be the correct answer. Getting beat up a little bit in this room, but I think we're going to survive it. Especially with the clock. And with that, we have a bubble in this room, so if we die any point past this point, we get to come back through this room safely. So this is the room that I think could be the magic boomerang. There is the one walk-through wall in level 5. Now we only have one bomb wall to the north-south direction. We had a 5 on the floor. We have a push block, singular push block. Do not get wall mastered. Do not get wall mastered. Whoa, do not get wall mastered, please. Just, yeah, there you go. There's the wand. You can't get the blue bubble now, but you can push the block and see if this is the bow. And nope. The seed tells you now officially to go to 4.
Hey, it's your favorite item at the very least, isn't it?
I mean, right now it's my least favorite item because it means neither runner gets to finish yet.
This is true.
It's gonna turn me into the team regular boomerang here.
Okay then. All right.
Well, I don't recall if we've seen the red candle in 6. Would make me pretty sad.
He's in 4.
Okay, this is where the D holds the bow in this case, the letter D. Similar in shape to the bow. A lot of keys for Dave.
Well, that could be a problem. He's nowhere close to where the any key was.
We get to see the ladder again. Nope. Just the blank staircase. So, a lot of the south part of this dungeon exists still. We gotta just bomb around here. No, we gotta go down, unfortunately. You've not seen anything down. Let's just start bombing everything. Well, as long as we're bombing somewhere, that's good enough for me. That one opens.
I'm just
ladder.
being confused at this point.
No, I just I think it's just been a long season, kind of focusing on where the highest quantity of rooms are. I just was surprised that we didn't go bombing on the southern part of the dungeon. I don't think we've seen the heart container on the floor yet in this 4. Hey. We've seen the heart container in this 4.
Speak of it and it shall appear, I suppose.
So one person's chatting privileges won't be revoked tonight. Mags percent, I would say unlikely that either runner goes for it at this point. One doesn't have near enough, and the other one has white sword and knows that combat isn't the big deal. I don't know if we've seen a transport yet in this dungeon, so this isn't guaranteed to be the bow, but I'm betting it to be the bow. Winner is us. Huzzah.
There is our firing apparatus. Phoenix Ignition is going to probably bolt back to 9.
Yeah, I think you required the ladder out of 4 to be able to even find the bow, and you required keys. So, if there were advice I would give, it's once again that I think we didn't consider buying keys when we had the option to buy them at given points in this, and I think maybe that cost the most time in this one. Dave is at this point just trying to see if Ganon's 0 HP, perhaps. That's what I
Maybe.
would be doing.
Yeah.
Because that would give you information. At this point, you know, and now he stopped fighting, so that's in fact what he was doing. So that's a very, very reasonable play to make. You need to know for fighting later. If you're not comfortable with fighting Ganon, you need to know that you have enough health going in there. This 9 is extremely segmented from west side to east side for what it's worth. I believe there's only one one walkway that you can use. This might be a potion get for Phoenix real quick. Might be just buying a blue potion. Don't have too much money, so you can't afford the red yet.
Phoenix into level 9. Knows the location of Ganon, but does not know the location of Zelda, I believe.
Sort of. Given the entirety of the skull that basically is had at this point, I would say that Phoenix definitely knows where to go, at least. Maybe doesn't know the exact specific path, true.
He has a fair idea. As we know, it is not 0 HP Ganon, so Phoenix will need 7 to 8 hits with the white sword.
Has potion, has white sword, and got a good 50-50 there a couple times.
That is bacon for Phoenix Ignition. All we need is to find the princess's door.
Yeah, which is literally walk right once. Walk right once. Oh boy.
I thought Phoenix already explored this area?
Well, we know that Zelda is directly south of this room by process of elimination. I think Phoenix probably isn't thinking about Zelda being in Zelda's room. So if we turn around and go back the way we just came, we can get there. But this wall won't open. Well, I mean, it gave us even more information that we were in the right spot just a minute ago.
I know you're trying. Like, the game has a knack for telling us the Triforce is in the next room. Like, but seriously, this seems a bit much.
Well, I think what trolled a little bit was the Eye of Skull and the corner of Skull are blank rooms in First Quest, so I can understand a little bit of the confusion there.
Yeah, for sure.
With that being said, this should be fairly easy to kind of track down now. Just gotta go right. Gotta go right. Nope. I don't know. I've got nothing on this one. Phoenix believes it's magic staircase. It is not. It's legitimately the this is not the right way. The map tells you that you get into the eye. Like literally tells you can go into the eye. So that's the path you have to look at. Yep, just up an A and you walk there. There's the up and A. I'm really hoping Phoenix just goes walking back there to confirm, because we definitely haven't seen all the rooms and bombed all the rooms around it. We're walking that way. This is a good sign. Just continue walking that way.
Needs to go north from here.
We're going to die in this room here in a second, which is unfortunate. Like, the reason why this is frustrating in the commentary booth for me is you can see the little path that shows you a blank room. So if you see that little line, that should indicate to you that there is at least a path into that room. And the other thing I would say is we were very, very limited in our decision making when it came to using bombs and keys as our resources. So you can't reasonably think that you've actually cleared that room as far as bomb walls are concerned. So even if you don't know if there's a door there, we should at least be bombing around to make sure that there isn't a path there. And that's kind of why I'm really concerned with the routing of this 9, is that part hasn't been done. We're now 3 rooms away again. If we just go right, we will get there. Because we've seen the door to the shutter door. We just have not seen the shutter door. Yep, you cannot bomb into Zelda's room at any point. Dave did forfeit for what it's worth. Was not very close to finding the bow and was struggling with keys again in 9, so I understand that play. Like, again, you see that line there? That line tells you.
Just southeast of the current room. It's oh.
All right, we are getting closer again to the general location of where the shutter door will be. If we bomb up, we have a shot at it.
Living is a thing.
I'm not so much concerned with the living as I am the wall master getting him. We got that taken care of, though. So we're going to go right again. What would be nice is if we could go up in this room and bomb left, and then bomb up. This is the item. So this tells me that we're not really mapping the 9 too much. Please bomb left. We've seen Zelda's room from all directions. Okay, that doesn't bomb left. Yeah, we've cleared all the rooms over here. I guess this is the other thing I'll say is we've bombed to the right, the south right of Zelda. We've bombed or tried to bomb into the room. But we haven't tested all the other bomb walls yet. Another person has sent me their tracking of the 9 suggests we have. I never saw the one to the south to go up. But may have been proven wrong there. And again, my key point will still be, even if you've routed and said that walls don't bomb, it doesn't mean that you haven't tested all the routes. So you may have just mistracked it. So even if you think that you've gotten it all, you may not have. Again, we're really still testing staircases. I understand that we think it's magic staircase. It is not. Yeah, we just have to test that area. Still just not walking there. Still testing stairs. Unfortunately, they don't work. See if we can get over to the east here. Nope, just going to take the staircase. It's going to once again take us. This is probably the fourth time he's taken this staircase, unfortunately. Just needs to walk. Alright, now we're getting closer again. If we go up, we have a shot. If we go down, we don't. There's two ways to go into that one eye. What are we doing here, guys? Let's continue playing the game. There we go. Now go right. Literally go right twice, and we're there. Go right twice, and we're there. Please go right. Nope, not going to. We're going to go north again.
The idea of not dying, again, I don't have a problem with this.
Yeah, I don't know what to say other than just gotta walk there. Gotta try getting to her room directly. If you've checked all your stairs, then that's what you have to try and do. And we keep going right in this room, but we are not going right in the room below it. And that's what's brutal. Like, if we go down one room, we can see it. That's what's killer. We're testing this wall, but we aren't going down into that room, which we can get into normally. We're going right. We're going right again. All right, with a time of 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 56 seconds, it looks like. Yeah, 56 seconds. Phoenix Ignition has finished. And we'll go to 1 and 4. Moonrisen, it's been a pleasure, but we have got to go. There's another race that's been waiting very patiently, so thanks again for being in here with me.
Thank you, viewers, for commentating with me. Always a pleasure working with you. Thank you to Jess Andy as well for tracking for us.
Yep, Just Andy, you're banned from rolling anytime I commentate. Thanks. And with that, we're going to let the commercials roll, and we'll get you the next race. Thanks again. So long.
Take care, everybody.